triggers and what to do about them. You're not human if you're going to tell me that you don't get triggered by things. Other people's success, other people's perceived relationships that look so great, their bodies, their weight, their friendships, their bank accounts, all these sort of things are things that trigger us because we're human, and we look around at what other people have and we wonder why we don't have them. Now, I had a situation this morning where a client had come to me and said, I got really triggered by someone else's success. Someone in their niche who was doing a similar sort of thing had a really big launch. And objectively, my client is more skilled, has been in the business longer, and has the ability to do this kind of stuff with her eyes closed. And yet this newbie came along, and because marketed well and had the money to invest in the promotion of it, blew this launch away unbelievably. And she came to me, and the whole session we talked about her being triggered by the fact that this person had so much success. The thing that bothered her the most was, to quote her words, I'm not that kind of person. I like to celebrate other people's wins. She was not only upset about the fact that she hasn't had a launch like that, she was honestly more upset about her own reaction to it. So we talked about it, and I know this is a topic a lot of people suffer with, so I wanted today's shot of Shari to be about this. The point is that a lot of times what we get triggered by is what it reflects on us. She hasn't done the same work. She hasn't put in enough time. She hasn't put herself out there enough. She hasn't been consistent. So it happens when you look at people's relationships. Have you worked on your relationship the way maybe they have? Obviously, barring the fact that we never know what's going on behind closed doors or how much someone invested to get a successful launch. That, all things being equal, the point is the trigger is upon you. It's not actually about the other person. It's about what work are you not putting in your life, in your relationships, to the results in your body, in your bank account, in your love life, whatever area you're looking at. If you're not giving it your all, it's not about that you don't have a right to be upset, but that's where the trigger comes from. The trigger comes from looking back at yourself and seeing, why don't I have those things? AKA, I haven't done this work. So the frustration comes from watching someone else get the success or having the results that you would like to have, but you are not wanting to do the work. So this is not to beat you up, but it's just to tell you that number one, it's normal and it's human. Number two, it's very common. And number three, what I want to do is give you a tip today about changing that story for yourself. So if you get triggered by something, or someone is writing a book that you knew you should be writing, or getting the results that you should be getting, or finding a relationship that you think you should be able to have, there's no should here. The point is, what are you not doing in your life? Use that trigger as an inspiration to say, well, you know what? It shows me that it's possible. It shows me that if I do what I need to do, if I put in place the things that I may be afraid to, or don't know how to source, or don't know how to find the answers, if I put more work into what I'm doing and less watching what other people are doing, that shows me what's possible is possible for me too. Because on paper, if I have better skills, or I am more ready, or I have all the ideas, but I'm not getting them out, the only responsibility I can take is my own responsibility for what I haven't done. So for today, I want you to kind of list out for you, what are the triggers you see out there, either in your marketplace, in your family, in your relationships, in the gym, and what are you not putting in for yourself that you're seeing works for other people? And just change 10%. Maybe it's 10% harder work. Maybe it's 10% more management and productivity of your time. Maybe it's 10% more connection with the people you care about but feel disconnected from. Telling yourself and other people the truth. Having harder conversations. 10% growth will change so much for you. Don't go to the big pie in the sky goals yet. Just start with what's triggering me? What can I do about it in a 10% growth? And watch the results happen in front of your eyes. It'll give you the momentum and motivation to keep going. Hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you tomorrow.